Gum. Gotta spit my gum out. All right, we're ready to do this. Let's go. All right. I'm a videographer editor at a marketing agency called Small Giants Marketing, here based in Phoenix, Arizona, and we also have an office in Denver, Colorado. We spend a majority of what we do on construction sites. You got a lot happening when you're on these job sites. Dust going everywhere, debris flying. So it's very important that I do a diligent job in making sure my cams are good. What I'm about to do is walk through a process that I typically do. Say I do it every 3 months. I will clean the sensors to my cams. It's very nerve-wracking to a lot of people. It was certainly nerve-wracking to me until I started watching some tutorials, buying the right equipment, and making sure that I am good to go before I touch anything on these sensors. What I have here is one of my FX3s and my FX6. I already cleaned this FX3 that I'm shooting on right now, this FX3 up here, and this is a hodgepodge of things that I've purchased off the interwebs to help me make sure that I'm doing a diligent job at keeping my cams clean. Because you take care of your equipment takes care of you. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I like to do, make sure I have no batteries in here, everything's good to go. Normally I would take off the cage. I'm not going to do that now just for saving time, because what I want to focus on primarily is making sure the sensor is good, because I had a little accident and I want to talk about it. So it's story time. The secret to my organization is everything has a home. So when I'm throwing a lens on a cam, normally what I do is I take the caps off, put the lens on, and I'm putting them in their home inside my Pelican case. I'm on a job site, I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm running, I'm gunning. That's just how we do. We move fast and we try to operate in efficiency. I was away from the vehicle where I have my Pelican case. I'm just rocking everything with me with my Peak Design backpack, and I'm just running and gunning. I had the 7200 in there, so I'm gonna switch out lenses real quick. Well, when I set the lens down, and I'm sitting here holding the camera, I set that down for a second to get something out of my bag, and thinking, because I'm a habitual person, I normally put the cap, because I keep everything in its home. Thinking there is a cover on this, I went to go grab it, and when I grabbed it, my hands, my fingers, my dirty, nasty fingers go inside the cams, and I'm touching the sensor. And I'm like, no! That is what I touched. That actually was the cam that I'm shooting on right now. So I already have it cleaned. I did a thorough job making sure that my sensor was clean because of that incident that happened. Get my little cleaning kit ready. And I'm gonna do the FX6 too, as we got it here, because the sensor definitely needs to be clean. So what I like to do first is just wipe the whole camera down. I'm just wiping it off, freeing it from any kind of gunk, dusting it off, get all the dust off there. So as I can see in here, there is a ton of dust. So what I like to do first is pull out one of these little squeegee things and just duster it off. Try to get all those big chunks of debris out of there. I'll hold it upside down, just so it falls down, and I'm doing it. Got that all done. Once that's done, now you actually have specific sensor cleaning kits. This is from UES, full frame sensor cleaning kit. I'm gonna crack this open, but I do have some sensor cleaning fluid. We'll go ahead and rip this open, and we'll pull this bad boy out. And then what you want to do is you want to take your sensor cleaning kit and you just want to hit one side of it. So you just mist it up a little bit. This is the wet side, this is the dry side. So now I have this open, my sensor is exposed. I can still see some debris and dust in there. So what I want to do is lightly just go in one direction with the wet side Boom, just like so. And then I go back in the opposite direction with the dry side. And that's good. All right, and then once I have the sensor clean, boom, I put the cap back on. The FX3 is done. Now what I like to do, and then I just dust the heck out of this thing. I get it in all the little cracks, all the little crevices. You can just see dirt coming right out of there. I'm just dusting, getting all that out. Careful not to push anything into the buttons, but I'm just going ahead, getting in all the little creases and crannies. Just making sure it's freeing it up from any kind of gunk. Open this up, dust in here where when I'm cleaning in here, I keep the CFast Express cards in there just because I don't want anything falling in there, but I just get it around here. Sometimes I'll just take this too and just kind of dust in there. And I totally get it. I totally get why it's nerve-wracking and it could be a daunting thing for people to try to do themselves. You know, why not just take it to a professional and have them do it, because they're going to do a way better job than I can probably do. And I tend to agree. I'm not arguing that fact, but if I know I can do a decent job and I'm not intimidated by it, then I'm okay. I'm okay doing it myself, because I need access to my cams and I don't want to wait for it to go to and get cleaned. Now there's on occasion, you know, we will send these off and get a deep cleaning done to them. That has not happened in quite some time, so it's probably due for that, you know, to be quite honest. I've had these cameras going on 6 years now, I think. And that, my friends, is how you clean a sensor on the FX3. And it's good to go. Oh yeah, I flip it around and I wipe down the LCD as well. I just use a microfiber cloth to do all this stuff with, you know. And then when I'm done doing cams, I typically do it with my lenses too. Just to get into the lenses, clean them up, make sure they're good to go. It's shiny. It's all like new. All right. Flip that back around. And the FX3 is good to go. All right, here's the FX6. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that sensor because this thing is filthy. I just got done doing a shoot with it. I was on a job site where dust and debris is flying all over the place. As you can see, man, this thing is dirty. I go through the same process. Just do my best to dust off the bigger stuff. Get that out of there. Pull it upside down. I love this little snubby one because the other ones are really long, like this one. You got that long tube right there, and I'm clumsy, man. I'm like afraid that I'm just gonna jab that thing into my sensor and cause all kinds of problems. Same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and rip this bad boy open. And I'm just gonna pull this, making sure not to touch it. Picking which my dry side and my wet side. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with the spray away from the cams, and then maybe give it a little dab so it's not too wet. And then what I'm gonna do is just wipe this sensor down in one direction, bring it back the next direction. There we go. Go ahead, clean that off, and put the cap back on. Sensor is clean. It doesn't take much. That's it. It doesn't take much just to make sure, because I do my best to try to keep these things thorough and clean. Now I do the same thing here. I just go ahead and give it a good thorough wipe down, making sure that everything is good to go. This thing gets really dusty. And then I take that brush. Where'd that brush go? Right here. I'm taking this little brush right here. And I'm just giving it a thorough wiping. Just getting all the little gunk out of there. Same thing, cleaning out this. Keeping the CFast Express cards in there. All the ports, get those done. Talking with a lot of my friends and people in the industry, there is an intimidation about cleaning your sensors that people do have, which I get it. These things are not cheap. That's the thing. These things are quite expensive, and you could really mess things up if you jack up that sensor. You're just gonna ruin your shots. Like it's gonna be no bueno. Basically, you're turning this thing into a brick. I'm doing it every couple months, or when the occasion is needed, like when you're a dodo head and you actually grab your camera and you touch the sensor. So then it definitely needs to be cleaned. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I do. I've cleaned all of my cameras, and so I'm feeling good. I've knocked out a few of my lenses, and then I'm gonna knock out a couple more here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you. With that being said, I will catch you on the next one. Woo woo! Let's go ahead and pack this stuff up.